What is the body, if not a bridge between the visible and the invisible? What animates flesh, stirs breath, and ignites thought? In ancient traditions, this mystery was never confined to blood and bones. They spoke of something else, something subtler. A breath that is not just air, a current that is not just electricity, a field that extends beyond skin. And today, modern science is beginning to listen. Welcome, traveler of the hidden, to a journey into the forgotten anatomy of the soul. Today, we explore the subtle energies of the body, prana, chi, the biofield, concepts long dismissed as myth, now slowly being reconsidered in the light of scientific inquiry. Let us begin. In the ancient lands of India, sages spoke of prana, a Sanskrit word meaning life force. They said it flows through nadis, thousands of tiny channels that interweave the body like invisible threads. The breath, they believed, was not just oxygen but a carrier of this subtle energy. Control the breath, and you begin to control the mind. Direct prana, and you direct life. Across the mountains in China, another word was born, qi or qi. A similar idea. The Taoist masters believed qi flowed through meridians, nourishing organs, balancing emotions, and maintaining harmony between yin and yang. Practices like qigong, tai chi, and acupuncture were not mere physical arts. They were maps of energy navigation, techniques for moving the unseen. In Tibet, they called it lung. In Japan, ki. The name changed, but the idea remained, that the body is more than matter. That vitality comes not just from food or rest, but from the flow of energy itself. But as modern medicine rose, these ideas faded from the mainstream. The body was dissected, reduced to muscles, hormones, cells. The invisible was forgotten. Until now. Because in recent decades, something curious has happened. A new term has entered the scientific vocabulary, the biofield. Coined in the 1990s, the biofield refers to the complex field of energy and information that surrounds and penetrates the human body. It includes electromagnetic fields produced by the heart and brain, but extends beyond them, possibly into subtler realms we don't yet fully understand. The heart alone produces an electric field 60 times stronger and a magnetic field 5,000 times more powerful than the brain. These fields are measurable, coherent, and fluctuate with emotional states. The HeartMath Institute has shown that when we feel gratitude or love, the heart's rhythm becomes smoother, more harmonious. This, in turn, affects brainwaves, stress hormones, even immune function. But the biofield isn't just about the heart or the brain. It's the total field, a dynamic web of communication between cells, organs, thoughts, emotions, and perhaps something even deeper. In 2002, the National Institutes of Health officially recognized biofield therapies, a class of healing practices like reiki, therapeutic touch, and healing touch, as complementary and alternative medicine. Though still controversial, studies have begun to explore their effects. Some results are subtle, some are stunning. In laboratory settings, energy healers have been shown to alter the growth of cancer cells, modulate immune responses, and even affect the crystallization of water. Patients often report sensations of heat, tingling, or deep calm during treatments, sensations consistent across cultures and traditions. But how can this be? If there's truly energy flowing through the body, why can't we see it? The answer may lie in frequency. Just as radio waves pass through the air unseen, the biofield may operate on frequencies outside our normal perception. And though we cannot see a magnetic field with our eyes, we can measure its effects. So too with the biofield. Electroencephalograms, EEGs, electrocardiograms, ECGs, and magnetocardiograms are already tools that detect subtle electrical or magnetic patterns in the body. What if we're only scratching the surface? Recent advances in biophotonics have revealed that cells emit light, faint, ultra-weak photons that seem to communicate information. In fact, Scientists at the University of Kassel in Germany found that the chest area of experienced meditators emits 1,000 times more biophotons than normal. Could this be evidence of energy concentration, of prana or chi made visible? Meanwhile, research at UC San Diego and UCLA has explored magnetic sense, a faint ability in humans to detect geomagnetic fields, long thought impossible. If animals use Earth's magnetic field to navigate, is it so absurd to think that humans, too, are sensitive to fields we've been taught to ignore? Of course, much of this is still unproven. The science is young. The tools are limited. But the questions are growing. And perhaps, just perhaps, we are beginning to rediscover what ancient healers already knew, that health is not just about the physical, but about the energetic balance within and around us. Let us return to breath. In yogic texts, pranayama, the control of breath, is said to purify the nadis and increase vitality. But what is breath really? Modern research shows that slow, coherent breathing, especially around 6 breaths per minute, synchronizes heart rhythms, improves vagal tone, reduces inflammation, and enhances mental clarity. Is it coincidence that these are the same effects yogis described thousands of years ago? When we breathe consciously, we are not just oxygenating the body. We are harmonizing it, aligning physical, emotional, and energetic rhythms into coherence. Energy flows where attention goes. And so, by becoming aware of the breath, of the heartbeat, of sensation, we begin to influence the flow of energy. Meditation is not just quieting the mind. It is tuning the instrument. But the biofield is not isolated. It is permeable. And in an age of overstimulation, digital noise, and emotional stress, our energy fields become distorted. Just as a body can become tense or malnourished, so too can the biofield become chaotic, fractured, dull. This is where subtle energy practices come in, not just as healing modalities, but as maintenance of the energetic self. Whether it is acupuncture, reiki, sound healing, or even walking barefoot on the earth, these practices restore coherence. They remind the body of its natural resonance. They act like tuning forks, gently bringing dissonance back into harmony. And while not all scientists agree, even skeptics acknowledge the importance of placebo, intention, and coherence, all of which operate in the realm of the subtle. The placebo effect alone can alter physiology, pain perception, immune function. Could it be that belief, focus, and ritual activate subtle fields we don't yet fully grasp? It's worth noting that quantum physics, the most precise science we have, reveals a universe not of solidity, but of fields and probabilities. Particles appear as waves until observed. Everything is entangled, interconnected, non-local. And so, when a healer places their hands above a patient's body, perhaps they are not sending energy, but tuning the field, like a musician adjusting an instrument. The late physicist William Tiller once said, "Subtle energies are as real as electromagnetic ones. We just don't have the right tools yet. But we are getting closer." New imaging techniques, frequency analysis, machine learning, and interdisciplinary research are pushing the boundaries of what we once called woo. Hospitals are beginning to integrate Reiki. The military has studied intuition and non-local awareness. NASA is researching human electromagnetic sensitivity. So what does this mean for you? It means that you are not just a body. You are an orchestra of waves and vibrations. Your thoughts have frequency. Your emotions ripple outward. Your breath is a conductor. And your presence, your very being, shapes the field around you. To become aware of this is not superstition, it is self-knowledge. The ancients left us maps, not of bones, but of currents, not of diagnosis, but of alignment. They whispered of nadis, meridians, chakras, auras, not as fantasy, but as tools for tuning the self. And now, science is beginning to whisper back. So the next time you feel drained in someone's presence or uplifted by a forest walk, don't dismiss it. The field is real. Your body knows. Your breath listens. And your awareness is the key. Perhaps healing is not always about doing more, but about listening more deeply to the silence beneath thought, the pulse beneath sound, the energy beneath matter. And perhaps the future of medicine lies not just in pills or machines, but in the rediscovery of what has always been within us, the subtle language of energy. Thank you for journeying into the unseen with me. May you move with harmony, breathe with awareness, and remember, your presence is a frequency. Stay curious, stay radiant, and as always, until next time, traveler, breathe deep.